me pull you. All right. So it's Dr. Sean J. Harris. So we got Dr. Sean J. Harris. Mike, if you can bring up Dr. Sean J. Harris, let me introduce him. So look, this guy right here, him and his wife are amazing. They're here in Georgia with me. They took the time to invest in themselves. They took the time to invest in their family. And if you see, they're actually wearing their shirt. I love it. I love it. Brandon. So they took the time to invest in themselves. They took the time to invest in their company. They took the time to invest with me. And now they have their own company. And we're still working one-on-one to be able to get them to where they need to be at. And, you know, he reached out to me and I always try to answer when I can. And I try to give him great information. But, man, how you doing tonight, my brother? Are you unmuted?
Hey, what's going on, Gooch, man? We're doing great.
I'm doing so. Mr. Dr. Sean J. Harris. Hey, the funny thing is, when he I can't remember what his picture is, but it might be like you know how you add somebody to your phone, they got a picture, it pops up, or it might be his Instagram. I remember he reached out on Instagram. I seen this guy on there, and he was like, hey, y'all think I'm bullshit. He literally was like this. And I'm like, man, who is this bodybuilder? And then when I sit, I say, wait, this is you? It's so hilarious. But yeah, man, I know, because you was a bodybuilder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel bodybuilder?
Many moons ago.
Hey, man, look, but now he's went over here and now he's came over here to our side. So, you know, I just want to say, man, either thank you for taking it out. And I wanted to bring him up here because, you know, I want you guys to see somebody that I actually helped and not see him in a video. And like I said, when I told you guys, even with branding and stuff, you know, they got their shirts on. So, man, how much did it cost for you to get your hoodie, your shirt, and your hat and stuff to be able to brand so people know what you're about when you come inside and when you're on videos and stuff? How much did that stuff cost you?
Hey, it didn't cost a lot, really. Tara's the expert. She had a Cricut machine, so she made our original shirts and t-shirts. And then we went and subsequently got some additional shirts. So we got like a case of like 24. It was only like $225, $240. I think the hats, they're like $12 to embroider. And we just went online, designed the website. Tara designed the logo and everything. We used Fiverr to do that. And just been branding ever since. Every time we're somewhere visible, we're always pointing to our company. That's one of the biggest things is branding.
No, and when you wear those type of shirts and things like that, what ends up happening is, so now when, let's say like you're inside the store and you see somebody that's with their father or mother and they're elderly, when you walk up to them and you have on their shirt that say, like, they're going to read your shirt, they're going to see it. Now, when you start that conversation with them, they're going to know, like, oh, okay, I know what you do. Like, you know, you just not coming up here. And that's when you can be like, because I've actually got some of my clients from out of the grocery store, from out of the gym. Like, if I see somebody, like, I'll be at my car driving and I'll see somebody that has a child that special needs, and I would stop and get out and I'll walk up to them like, hey, how you doing? You know, I own a home care company, so we take care of children just like your son. And we know how hard it is to be able to get help for somebody like your son, or even finding, like, you know, care. So, you know, you can go to work. So this is what we do. Let me give you one of my cards. And, you know, if you want any more information, just give us a call. Or if you would like, I could take down your number and I could call you tomorrow. But that's because you have your shirt on. So we're going to build trust. So them trusting you from the get-go is you wearing a shirt and hat, being anywhere, no matter where you are. If you see somebody that can use your services, simply just say, hey, and give them your card. Simply give them. That's why I keep pamphlets and I keep cards and flyers in my car. I actually keep my cards in my wallet because I just never know. I get in the conversation. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, here go one of my cards. So make sure that you invest in yourself and make sure that you do things like having pins, having shirts, having those type of things. So that means so much because you'll be able to brand yourself. So let's just start off from the beginning. So how did you even find me? Let's just start off with that. How did you find me? Dr. Harris.
We're on a couple companies and I'm always looking to scale them. I'm glad that you talked about scalability, Mike. That's one of the biggest things is you're always looking at a business when you're evaluating is to be able to scale. And when I saw your first video with David
Shan,
I was like, whoa, I like this. Because we actually thought about getting into AOLF about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
But then we knew it was like, and the same thing that Brad was doing. And we kind of thought we was going to run into the same hurdles that he did.
Yeah.
For just the oversight and everything. So when I saw your video, I said, man, this makes sense. Came home, showed Tara. She looked at it. She said, yeah, that makes sense. And we got in right after you had just developed the course.
Yeah.
So I think it was maybe a couple months after the course came out. So we immediately jumped on it, did the course, and you helped us out the whole way. And that's what I thought was cool. Is that I could click on the phone. You say, hey, man, take this number down. This is my cell phone number. So, I'm always respectful of the time and everything, but I just kind of shoot a question to you here and there. And Gooch just helped us through the whole process and showed us, do this, do that. And I remember we were getting ready to do the policies and procedures, Gooch.
Yeah.
And we was like, whoa, buddy. So
I work with, I was a CNA and I worked with kids for 10 years. But when I saw this program, I was like, okay, this is the side where they were making all the money. We took the course and I was like, I think we can do this by ourselves. And we started looking at the policies and procedures. All Gooch back because that's a no. And we got the policies and procedures from you. That helped out so much. I would have paid any amount to do that. And this is so specific. I would have paid any amount just for that part.
No, and definitely, and the great thing is about this family is right here. Look at it like this. They've owned multiple successful businesses. I see the Harris behind you up there at the top. The reason why this is so important is because look at their family as being this. They've owned successful businesses. She was a CNA for 10 years. What I do in home healthcare is I could not bullshit them. I couldn't. If I would have gave y'all bullshit, you watch my videos. If I would have came in here fluffing y'all, bullshitting y'all, you would have picked me out right then and there. You'd have been like, nah, that's bullshit. Like what he's saying, like the information he's giving us, I got on the phone with him, it just sounds too much like fluff. So you're looking at somebody that already owns businesses, came and took the leap with me, and now they're on here telling you that they got their license, that she was a CNA. So she was on, so everything I'm saying about CNAs, how much we pay them, what they're able to do inside of the home. So basically they're fact checking everything that I've done, everything that I've said. And now they're here and they're like, nah, he's on point. So that means so much to us. And we got more work to do. We got more. That's why every time he hit me up and stuff, I'm like, we got more work to do. We got more stuff to do because I want you guys to be successful. And that's why I take a personal heed with all of my mentees, with everybody that go into the course, because that's what it is to me. This is personal. I love what I do. Because if I was bullshitting, I wouldn't be able to bring up Dr. Harris. I wouldn't be able to bring up his amazing wife, who really, just to be honest, she really make all the decisions. You see how he said, I came home and I had to run it by her. And then she said, okay. And then we was able to make it. I don't know if anybody else caught that because that's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? He like, I had to ask her first. And she was over there like, yeah, I make all the decisions. Little do y'all know. But yeah, he had to ask me. But no, though, but my whole point is, I wanted to bring them up because like I said, I couldn't bullshit them. I couldn't give them, they invested in themselves and now they're here. Everything I've been telling them, they have their own brand. They've been able to do everything. And even in this challenge, he's came back to me. He was like, Gooch, you was dropping some gems. Thank you for, thank you for bringing me on into the challenge. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it because that little information you've given us has really opened up doors and stuff. And I'm still working with them and we're still going to be able to get them, to where they need to be at. But I've dropped so much information on them that I think sometimes I give them too much. No, I'm just playing. I don't give you guys too much information, but no, but but let me ask you a question. Was it hard for you guys to take the first step and invest in yourselves in this type of company? Because, you was a CNA for 10 years. It wasn't? Now that you've invested into yourself, how do you feel being on the other side of being like, man, that was, you had your hurdles, you had your things you had to go through. Like, do you feel like this was a great investment for you and your family?
Absolutely. And I'm gonna show you the tale of two stories, Gooch. We had a friend of ours, he got the course about a month after we did. Uh-huh. And because we realized up front, we pay for speed. So he's like, look, let's get the policies and procedures, get paid for it, and get the ball rolling. We sent in our paperwork in September, end of September, and we got approved in 71 days. We're here in Georgia. It got approved in 71 days. But the other couple that got started just shortly behind us, they kind of, we think we can kind of figure this out. His wife is a nurse also. Okay. So what happened was the lag time and not getting the policies and procedures slowed down the growth. So right now their policy, their business license is still being hung up in the system around the same time frame. So that just shows that when you invest in yourself, when you invest in coaching, mentoring, and processes that will speed up your business, because I look at the profit margins of how much money we would have lost if we waited, if we tried to do the policies and procedures and it got kicked back.
No,
and
definitely.
when we got ready to send it in, you told us to send it to you, you reviewed it, got back with us in about a day or so, and we sent it off. And when it went to the office, she called us live line on the phone and said, look, I'm ready to pass y'all through. It's just 3 things y'all need to do. One of them was our LLC wasn't showing on the business license.
Okay.
So I had to connect there. I called immediately. We got that changed like in 15 minutes. And the other 2 things she told Tara, just word this way and switch this one around, submit it back in. And in about 15 minutes, she approved it right there on the spot.
No,
and
definitely.
it just came from doing the policies and procedures the first time the right way, rather than trying to figure it out. Processes that will speed up your business, because I look at the profit margins of how much money we would have lost if we waited, if we tried to do the policies and procedures and it got kicked back.
No,
and
definitely.
when we got ready to send it in, you told us to send it to you, you reviewed it, got back with us in about a day or so, and we sent it off. And when it went to the office, she called us live line on the phone and said, look, I'm ready to pass y'all through. It's just 3 things y'all need to do. One of them was our LLC wasn't showing on the business license.
Okay.
So I had to connect there. I called immediately. We got that changed like in 15 minutes. And the other 2 things she told Tara, just word this way and switch this one around, submit it back in. And in about 15 minutes, she approved it right there on the spot.
No,
and
definitely.
that just came from doing the policies and procedures the first time the right way, rather than trying to figure it out, get it kicked back, and go on and on and on. So it pays.
And that's why you use somebody that's in the company. I operate my company every day. That's why you use somebody that is a mentor that actually does this for real. So everybody put mentor inside the chat, because what they just said, they said they used the mentor, they used somebody that does this, and they was able to get approved way faster because they trusted in the process, they trusted in me. And have you guys signed up for Karen.com yet? Was you able to get in touch with him yet?
Not yet.
So did you see, were you on here when I did the Karen.com when I went through it? So I haven't gave you guys my personal connect yet, have I?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. So like I said, at the end of this and stuff, reach out to me. You got my cell phone number, shit. So don't reach out to me today. Reach out to me on Monday. I need to get you guys signed up with Karen.com, because as you've seen with Karen.com, they just sent me 3 referrals today. They're going to be able to send you all the referrals. So when you reach out to them, they're going to be able to get you signed up in 24 hours. And then from there, you're going to be able to be rock and rolling right then and there. Oh shit, look at the dog. You're going to be able to be rocking and rolling to be able to get there from right there. But everybody put flames in the chat for Dr. Sean Smith and his amazing wife for making it, because she made the decision for him. Man, thank you for coming on. Put flames in the chat for them. Tell them thank you for coming on. Thank you for dropping information. Just give them congratulations. They're wearing their brand. I love to see it, because they're like, I'm not going to miss my opportunity to show off my nice little shirt. I love it. I definitely love it, man. Like I said, man, make sure you reach out to me Monday so I can get you set up with them, because like I said, I want to make sure that I take care of you guys. And man, I just want to say, man, thank you for believing in me, because like I said, man, you guys could have went a lot of different ways. There was a lot of different other people you could have went with, but you seen me and you trusted in me. And man, I literally want to say, man, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No problem. Hey, Mike, how you doing, Mike?